Premchand ji, sip Vanita, sip Anand ki khoj, sip A, sip Ru Mataji, sip Atma, sip Tina, sip Pankaj, sip Parvati Amma, sip Ranjana, sip Blitz, sip Sudeep, sip Rajkumar, sip Shah Air, sip Sukeshni, sip Samatma, sip Ruth Tanu, sip Bliko, sip Krishan, sip Chidanand, sip Kailash, sip Bala, and sip all those who are chup 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 chup. So I can't see you, but here you are. With the grace of the divine, I was able to stop, and in the middle of nowhere, I am I am in Iceland. And I don't know if you can see where I am. Can you see where I am? You're able to see? If you see, I am near the mountains like this. They are geysers. In the corner, on the left corner, there are it's erupting like volcanoes and geysers. This is Iceland, but that is the divine uh, game of God. And I am here to start the session with you. Let us start. Today's session, what, when does the spiritual journey end? When does the spiritual journey end? So this is a tricky question. Tuesday, tomorrow's beginner session, easy question. Today's tricky question, Raji and Rutanu want to speak. Raji, Rutanu and Krishna. The spiritual journey moves on and Nichani is fourth. But when does the spiritual journey end? Raji.
Hello. Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, Raji.
The spiritual journey ends when the body dies and the soul is unified with SIP.
When the body dies and the soul becomes one with SIP, then the
Correct.
spiritual journey ends. Good. Not when there is mukti, not when there is, only in that moment of death the spiritual journey ends.
Yes. When body dies and the soul is unified with SIP.
I like clear answers, like how you give. Very clear, easy answer. Thank you. Let me see what everybody is saying. Rutanu, Krishna, Nichani, Shair, Kaumudi. Yes, Rutanu.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivoham ji.
Guruji, the spiritual journey never ends.
Ah, see, it's a different answer now. Never ends. Why it not ends?
It stays with
Why
the
it does?
root.
Ah,
It stays with the root.
it stays with Ru.
Yes.
Now see, different answer. The spiritual journey never ends. It stays with the Ru. The Ru journey is never going to end. Okay, again, good, clear answer. Thank you. I'm not questioning you, but I'm going to the next person, Krishna, Nichani, Kaumudi, Shair, Bala.
Yes, sir.
Krishna.
Shivoham.
Shivoham,
Shivoham, sir. My answer same. Spiritual journey doesn't end because it's energy. No beginning, no end. Beginningless, endless. Because
Doesn't
you
begin
said
to end.
spirituality is science of spirit. It's energy. It never ends.
So you are going with Rutanu. I think Rutanu told same thing. Not spiritual journey
Yeah.
doesn't end.
Yeah.
But
There is
Raji,
no birth
Raji gave different answer.
because no birth, no death, no beginning, no end.
Very good. Very good answer. Very good answer. Thank you, Ashok Nichani. Sir, Ashok, bolo.
Shivam Sarji,
Shivam, sir.
Sarji, when we break free from the body and mind, when we break free from all the limitations,
Means mukti. No, you're talking about mukti?
Jivan Mukta.
Jivan Mukta. When you become Jivan Mukta, Ashok Nichani says, the spiritual journey.
When I realize I'm not I am that.
Then what if, like some of our masters who went after Rolls Royces and Rolex and those masters, then usko kya hoga फिर?
वो लोग को मोक्ष नहीं मिलेगा सर जी.
But spiritual journey end कैसे हुआ अशोक?
When we break free from all the limitations, when I am not connected to the outside world, free from all the desires of the world.
ठीक है. Good Ashok Nichani. Good view.
Beyond the
Kaumudi
body,
sip.
beyond the body and mind.
See what happens for all of us on this call. Everybody on this call. There is a purpose. This is not just a ball. Ball means dance. This is not a ball. This is a call with meaning, with purpose. And if we do not understand the meaning, the purpose of life, if we just live and we die, we don't find out who am I, like Ashok said, no, we have to find out. But when does that journey end? When is that point of finito? Sip Kaumudi, Shair. Sip Kaumudi, are you going to speak?
Yes, I just got
Yeah, bolo.
unmuted. So,
bolo.
I think the body's journey ends a lot of times. The spirit's journey never ends, because when you are really the spirit and you have all the powers and you set yourself free from all the bondages and the body and the birth and life cycle, that is the time when your journey actually starts. It doesn't end at all. That time you become that spirit and then you're free. Then you go
So
wherever you are safe.
So
You
when
go and help, you become an angel, you come down to the earth, you can help people when you are a
So
free spirit.
wait. So when does the spiritual journey end according to you? It doesn't end, you say.
No, it doesn't end. Only the
I think so.
body
You are
ends.
three of you. You said that. I think Ruth Anu told that, and I think Krishna also told the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, I hope my memory is not wrong. But let us ask Shair. Shair, आपका क्या शायरी क्या है इसके बारे में?
प्रणाम. And मेरे को ये लगता है कि whenever we come to this mind state, spiritual journey ends.
When you come to mind state.
Yeah, because you are not spiritual again. You are again fallen into the trap. But when you go back to consciousness, it starts again. So it ends every time you are not in that state. पल पल मर रहा हूं मैं सिर्फ जीने के लिए या उसको पाने के लिए.
When does this? But शायद ये सही आपने शायद अच्छा ख्याल, good thought. But the point is that doesn't end, na? That it flips. It flips. What you're saying, it comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes. In your own understanding, Shair, this what you're saying is a very beautiful analogy. That every time I come into the mind, I agree. What you say, I completely agree. Okay? But you yourself agree. It is not an end. It's only a bend.
Yeah.
To contemplate one more time, when does that damn spiritual journey end? Does it end? Some people are saying it never ends. Some people are saying it ends. Some people are saying ends at A time, at B time, at C time. Kabhi maja aata hai. When they have so many diverse views, then it is fun.
So it is a process. Actually, it's a process. So when that karmic balance is finished, your spiritual journey is finished actually.
Good. And good. Again, Shair is coming. One more karmic account is finished. Let us.
And then you have no need to come back and not do anything, na. रोज रोज करने से अच्छा एक बार बैलेंस खत्म कर दो बोला.
कैसा करना, कब होता है वो? जीवन मुक्ति पे होता है, मौत पे होती है, मौत पे भी नहीं होती है.
मौत पे भी नहीं होती. When this account is settled, ना, वो बैंक ही बंद कर देना चाहिए. मल्लिया की तरह बंद करके भाग जाना चाहिए.
अरे okay, Bala. No, Malla आ गया. Bala and Rajendra. Come on, Bala and Rajendra.
प्रणाम गुरुजी. जैसे हमारे में बोलते हैं भगवान महावीर, ज्योत में ज्योत विराजमान, मतलब मेरी जो what is the spark of my this thing dissolves in the spark of the universe. So that time it ends, and when the karmic account is done, these things happen only when the karmic account is done, and you see the life as a drama. Everything is going as a what you say.
Now you're telling 2-3 things. Again, I'm holding you back. Wait. Yeah. When does the spiritual journey end?
जहाँ पे हमारा जो है spark, the spark dissolves in the spark of the universe. Okay. When our spark becomes one with the spark of the universe. In this Zoom call language, when the soul becomes one with SIP,
वो कभी होता according to you?
When the karmic account is nil.
देखो
And
शायद आपका आपका पिकअप हो गया पॉइंट. कार्मिक अकाउंट becomes never becomes nil. Point number 1. Never ever. And when it becomes nil, it can again restart. So we have to have clarity. Bala, please
how
wait.
it
Rajendra.
how it will restart, Guruji?
How means? By karma, na? Karma you keep on doing, undoing. How karma? When the karmic score will become zero, bolo?
जब हम हमारे when we realize all this is a drama, that time.
So say that, na. Say, not don't say when karmic account. Say in the realization point, our spiritual journey. Ashok Nichani, who told? Somebody told in the point of Jivan Mukta. I think Ashok Nichani or somebody told. So that is the point. Anyway, Rajendra. Let us get to Rajendra. Rajendra, when does the karmic account, when does the spiritual journey end? Please tell me.
Sir, if at the time of death, I will be able to leave my body as Satchit Anand Atma, there will be no journey further.
Now you are, I think, are you talking same language of Raji? But Raji said in the moment of death.
As Satchit Anand Atma, I should be at the time of death. I should be in that state of Satchit Anand Atma.
But you are saying something else. Raji told in the moment of death. But Raji, what happens if you are not enlightened, Raji? In the moment of death, Raji, you say the soul spiritual journey comes to an end. But what can you? I would like you to come back, and because Rajendra ji is bringing one new point. At the point of death, when we are Satchidanand Atma, am I right, Rajendra?
Yes, sir. Because I would have transcended the karma. I would have transcended the karma.
I know. I understand. And I'm asking Raji to give her view. So Raji, come back. Will you speak, Raji? Are you ready? Unmute Raji, please. Tell me, Raji, what is the difference in your view with Rajendra?
Yes, correct. Only after enlightenment, when the body dies, but only immediate after enlightenment, the journey will not end. After enlightenment and after enlightenment, if you die, that after his body dies, then only.
And what?
I agree with Rajendra.
What if you die without enlightenment?
No, again this karmic account, again with the rebirth, the circle will go going on, no? Again we will be born. Then again the spiritual journey, I don't know whether the spiritual journey will be there, another journey will be there, karmic account will again be added. So you have to get enlightenment, and after enlightenment, when you become Jivan Mukta and body dies, immediately
very
after
interesting.
enlightenment, it will not
I'm telling all of you, today's call is very important. Very
after
important.
liberation.
Today's call is very important to realize the truth. Very important. I'm going from thank you, Rajendra, for clarity. Good, nice, clean answer. Rajendra, I like you in this mode. Krishan, clean, simple answer. Ek line mein, Rajendra. You are the best in this mode. Krishan.
Sir, according to me, the purpose of life is liberation. As the person come out from the mind stage and liberated from the reborn circle, then he is out from enlightenment circle.
But spiritual journey kabhi khatam hota hai?
Then when we are come out from this mind stage, when we realize that I'm not this mind, body and ego.
Okay, very interesting. Bliko, very interesting, but we don't have a clear answer. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody.
Tell me, Bliko.
So any journey ends when you reach to destination, right?
Correct.
So the destination is to one with Sip. And when we become one with Sip after enlightenment, when the body dies, the soul become one with Sip. That is the end of spiritual journey.
Okay, good answer. Now, Bliko, I am questioning you and everybody else on the call. Suppose we die and we don't attain enlightenment.
Then it is not, because the circle is continue. That life and death circle has to end.
No,
when the realization
the circle may continue, but the point is the circle may continue. But is it the circle of the mind and ego? Is it the spiritual journey or the karmic journey? Because the spiritual journey ends in the moment of death. Whether when the spark comes alive, It's a new spark. So what is today, we don't even know clearly what is this spiritual journey. We are trying to, we know what is this human journey. We know the human journey from birth to death. We know in the moment the body dies, then we are reborn. We also know the soul is a spark of unique life. All this we know. But when does the spiritual journey end? So, Bliko, your answer is beautiful, good answer. But I always twist and I always twist the question for you all to further introspect. That is my goal. Yogita Naik. After Yogita, we have got Yogini and Premchand.
गुरुजी मेरे को वैसे तो आंसर बस यही अपने नॉलेज से यही समझ आता है कि जब सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन होता है देन स्टॉप
एक्चुअली वो आंसर तब सही होगा सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन में नहीं होता है. सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन के बाद लिबरेशन पे, मौत पे, निर्वाण मोक्ष होने पर स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी एंड हो सकता है. दैट इज वन स्कूल ऑफ थॉट. बिकॉज सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, सपोज टुडे योगिता यू आर सेल्फ रियलाइज्ड. सेल्फ रियलाइज्ड, फिर कोई लंदन से आता है, आपको रोल्स रॉयस में बिठा देता है, बोलता है कम ऑन माय प्रिंसेस चलो मेरे साथ. फिर आप बोलते हैं कहाँ आ गया ये राजा, मेरा राजा कहाँ से आ गया. फिर आप खिसक जाएगी. एक बार खिसक जाएगी तो फिर शुरू हो गया तुम्हारा जर्नी. तो कीप इन माइंड माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, self realization is not the point where the spiritual journey ends, because we can slip. and अभी हम snakes and ladders बना रहे हैं, और ultimate snake में मेरे टीम ने बनाया, ultimate snake and ladder में ultimate snake है भोगा. अगर भोगा के सांप ने डस लिया ना snakes and ladders में, तो वो snakes and ladders में from 99 you will come down to 0 to 1. snakes and ladder खेला है आपने कभी? snakes and ladder खेला है? we are making spiritual snakes and ladders. अभी बना रहे हैं, आज ही डिस्कशन हुआ. वो snakes and ladders में 99 पे कौन सा सांप है? भोगा मतलब वही तो आपके अभी समझाया मैं आपको. कोई आ गया राजा, प्रिंस चार्मिंग आ गया, आप खिसक गई तो फिर. अच्छा समझ गए ना मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
इतने पापड़ बेल लिए, प्रभु से मिल गए, फिर उसके बाद तो ये चक्कर में गुरुजी कभी इसी कॉल में
नहीं
मतलब पार लग गए.
तो पार लगने का वही तो हम डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं. व्हेन डज द स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी एंड? योगिनी, when does it end? Yogini and then Premchand ji and Suvinay and Vanita. Yogini.
Shivom sir. So
Sure.
when we transcend BDK, that is birth, death and karma.
Beautiful answer. When you transcend death and karma and birth.
Yes.
So it is you are saying BDK, whatever answers are correct. So when we transcend, when we are free from karma, in that moment of death and there is no birth, the spiritual journey surely ends.
Correct.
Surely ends, 100%. There is no doubt, because then the journey is over. But what if we don't attain karma? Then does our spiritual journey end, or our spiritual journey comes back, returns?
It returns, because we have to come back and again.
But you have a new soul. But you have a new soul, not the same soul.
Hopefully it is in a human, like we come in a human birth.
But you have a new soul. How does the same in the death, even if you don't get moksha, your spiritual journey is over, na?
But the karmic account is still there, na?
Correct. What you say is correct. Premchand ji, what you say is good. We are going to conclude in 15 minutes. God Sip willing. Premchand ji, आपका क्या राय है Premchand ji?
Yes, Gurudev. I think the spiritual journey is what for enlightenment. When one gets enlightened and after that the Jivatma leaves the body, the spiritual journey ends.
Very good. Premchand ji is giving clear-cut answer. Thank you, Premchand ji. Very clear answer. I want to know if there are any more conclusions or confusion. Suvinay and Vanita. Suvinay, Vanita. Unmute, Suvinay.
Sure. Guruji, I would like to say the journey of caterpillar stops when he becomes butterfly. So our spiritual journey ends when we are merged with the SIP, when we are merged with the universal consciousness, then nothing is left for us. Like Buddha, when he became Buddha, from Siddhartha to Buddha, he became spiritual, and he is still I mean, this journey never ended. He's still there. He is still persisting in this world. So when we become spiritual, fully spiritual, enlightened, then there is no journey for us. Then everything is.
But what do you think? Well, a very good analogy. And while the analogy is very good of the caterpillar and the butterfly, God has created the caterpillar and butterfly, in which case the butterfly cannot go back to being a caterpillar. But if Suvinay is enlightened, Suvinay can fall in bhoga. Just now I explained to you snakes and ladders. In the 99th point of snake and ladder, spiritual snake and ladder, if the snake bites you, then you will come back. So the journey will not be. So do you agree or not? So when does this, is it only at the point of enlightenment or at the point of living as enlightenment person till you are attaining moksha?
Guruji, I think when you are enlightened, then you don't fall in the trap of bhoga. If you are half enlightened, then you fall in the trap of bhoga.
Okay. Good analogy, Suvinay. Thank you. Vanita, what is your feeling?
Shivam, sir.
Shivam.
I think the spirit has no beginning and end. So the power has no beginning and end. Just a sip carry. So we are all manifestation of God. For us, the spiritual journey is once we come into that path, we should come to that level of Jivan Mukta, where we live like a lotus and in Satchit Anand Swarupa. So there the cycle becomes full. There is no end as such for anything. It becomes full. That is what I feel.
No, what you say is correct. But understand, even after living as a lotus and you're living as a Satchidanand Atma, is the journey over or the journey is continuing? Your spiritual journey, if you may be a yogi and you may be living in union with the divine, but that spiritual journey is still continuing, right? It's not over, right?
No, Jivan Mukta, he becomes one with the divine, no? So there is, that is what I say, there is no end to spirituality. The Pura, we say, no, it is complete.
How can there be no end? Because the moment, like how Yogini said, when you are freed from death, birth and karma, then it's over. No? Then the journey is over. Where is the journey continuing?
There is no rebirth for Jivan Muktas. There is no
so the
rebirth.
journey, then the journey is over. Then the journey is over.
But same time, the spiritual journey is also almost complete, no? By the time he becomes Jivan Mukta.
Almost complete, I agree. But not yet complete. Almost complete. Now you are using the word almost. Okay, so just hang on. Okay, thank you, Vanita. Okay, Rajkumar and Girish, then second round. Rajkumar, Girish, second round, we have Shair, Rajender, second round. Bliko.
Shivoham, everyone. Shivoham, Guruji. If soul is energy, energy can be neither be transformed or doesn't have an end. It can only be transformed, right? So energy will continue. If it's not a journey, it's being spiritual is what we are to think. And definitely...
No. You're confusing with the soul journey. We are not talking about the soul's journey. We are talking about when does the spiritual journey end? Not the soul's journey.
Spiritual journey doesn't end, sir. That's what my answer is. It is if it is a time and material, definitely if I am identifying as a SIP or a soul, time has an end. But
my dear friends, let me quickly explain to you before we continue. Spirituality is the science of the spirit. Spirituality is needed to be taken by a human being. If SIP doesn't need to go on a spiritual journey, SIP doesn't need to go. A dog or a frog cannot go. A cat or a rat doesn't know the meaning of spirituality. A butterfly, a bee, or a tree cannot take up spirituality. Let us be clear. Therefore, who is capable of a spiritual journey? Only Jivatma, only a human being. If you tell a dog, hello, Tommy, bow, 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 coming for spiritual journey, Tommy will say, bow, 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 bow. You tell Ronnie the cat, Ronnie, coming for spiritual journey. Ronnie will say meow, 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 meow. Ronnie doesn't know the meaning of spiritual journey. Only the human being can go on spiritual journey. Now, let me put one more context in place. When does the spiritual journey start? Does it start when you come out of the womb? When you come out of the womb, you don't know the meaning of spirituality. So that's the next question. How many of you know when does the spiritual journey start? Who knows that answer? Also give. Today is a sixer call. Whenever there is no Sunday call is easy call, Wednesday call is easy call, Friday mera bhashan. But other 4 days I take very elevated call.
We have started the journey from the kindergarten.
No.
And then we are stepping into the spirituality.
Raj,
right?
My dear Raj, religion, there are 90% of the people in this world are religious. My foot, they have started spiritual journey. Sorry to use a harsh word, my foot, they do not start the spiritual journey. So please contemplate. Girish. Girish, unmute.
Starts from P. Purification, illumination, realization, liberation, and unification. Pirlu. Once Pirlu is complete, till last breath, it continues.
Beautiful. Girish says, but Girish, I have a question. It doesn't start with purification. P, na. Tell me when it starts. No P. No. It starts with T, not P. It starts with talash. It starts with unless you do talash, unless you are on this call, how can you get Pirlu, Girish? Somebody's in Iceland on the mountain behind. Behind me in the mountains, there are so many people, they are dancing in the geysers. Can they do Pirlu? They will live and they will die. They will cry. They will look up at the sky and they will ask why. Because they don't understand who am I. Therefore, Girish, the journey starts with talash. When you start with talash, Girish, first point is purification. Purification, illumination, realization, then liberation and unification. Unification plus pakka, there's no doubt that the spiritual journey is over. Some people are saying, who was it who said strongly? No, Christian or who told? No, once there is a realization, then no. My dearest, my favorite friend, you know my favorite friend. Who's my favorite friend? Example I always give, you know. Girish, who? Who's the realized soul? My favorite realized soul. Who fell in Boga? Bliko wants to say. Bliko, who's our favorite friend, Bliko? Who fell in Boga?
Oh, yes,
Rajnish.
Okay. So we highly respect him. We highly respect his, if you heard lectures, or some of his lectures are too good. But that was when he was Rajnish. When he became Osho, Asha, Busha, we all fall down. Finished. It became over. Okay, thank you. We have got second round, Shair, Rajender, Rekha Parwani, first round. Rekha, when does the spiritual journey end? Rekha Parwani. Unmute. Speak. Yes.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivam.
For me also, it's like when I buy Paramatma. Atma becomes one with Paramatma at death. When I get moksha, when I'm realized I get moksha, then I become one with Paramatma. Then my journey ends.
Okay, thank you. Second round, we have got Shair, Rajender, Girish is still there, Rekha over, Bliko, Kailash is also over. I think Kailash ho gaya aapka first round? Kailash ho gaya first round? Okay, Komal and Bala's first round. Komal will speak. And Kailash, if you have not finished first round, please talk Kailash. Unmute Kailash and Komal. If Kailash you have spoken, then wait. Komal.
Yes,
Hello,
when you discussed about ending, I was not very clear. But when you said when does it start, then I raised my hand. Hello?
Yeah. Your voice is not very clear. Okay, so when does the spiritual
Is
journey
it
end?
okay now?
It's little dragging, but bolo. When does the
Yeah.
spiritual journey end, please?
So I raised my hand. I raised my hand for telling when does it start? When
Okay,
you
when does it
asked
start?
that time I raised hand. When does
When
it
does it
start?
start? When
Like
does it start?
I think the answer is already given, but still I will say कि when you meet a master who tells you who you really are, then it starts.
Okay, good.
And
Okay,
then you
okay,
go on a talash.
okay, good.
When you finish your talash, yes, you reach.
Okay. Komal is going one step back. She's saying not only in Talash, she's saying one step back when you meet the master. Because without meeting the master, she says you cannot go on a Talash. But sometimes without meeting a master, you can go on a Talash. It is not necessary. Kailash, आपको कुछ बोलना है Kailash?
Shivam Guruji, Shivam Guruji.
Bolo sir.
As we know that spiritual journey have the 8 pillar. The first it start from the Mumukshu and it's end on the Sachidananda Atma.
हाँ वो स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी नहीं, दैट इज द जर्नी ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल अवेकनिंग. अवेकनिंग में होता है वो. मुमुक्षु और जिज्ञासु तो बाद में आता है, शुरू तो तलाश से होता है. एंड यू आर सेइंग एंड इज सच्चिदानंद आत्मा, दैट इज अवेकनिंग. कैलाश, सपोज
it will never ends. It will be continue.
अरे अगर मरने के बाद क्या होगा फिर?
मरने के बाद भी we will be the spiritual. If we are spiritual, then we will merge with the ship. Okay.
फिर तो खत्म होगा ना उसके बाद.
नहीं, शिप से मर्ज होके खत्म थोड़ी है. Then also it will be.
फिर क्या है? फिर क्या बचा है?
Spirituality never ends. It will never ends.
No, you're confusing the spiritual with the spirit journey. We are not talking about the spirit journey, the soul Atma journey. We are talking of the Adhyatmic journey. The Adhyatmic journey, not the Atma journey. The Adhyatmic journey will end the moment.
When I realize, Guruji, that I am not this body, mind, ego. Okay, I am a Sachidanand Atma. Then the spiritual journey ends.
No. Then also does not end, because तभी भी आप खिसक सकते हैं.
नहीं, उस स्टेज पे पहुंच गए 100 पे, तो then there is no chance of. If we are 99.
No, I am telling you chance है. I am telling you कोई भी खिसक सकता है. I am telling you today you think I am enlightened. You think like that.
Yes.
Suppose tomorrow you see मैं कोई बॉलीवुड हॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस के साथ, मैं एक हाथ में बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस, एक हाथ में हॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस, बैठ के मैं अपने प्राइवेट जेट में जा रहा हूँ. तुम बोलेगा साला क्या हो गया यार को? एक हाथ में बॉलीवुड, एक हाथ में हॉलीवुड, क्या हो गया? इसके पूरा इर्द गिर्द वुड सब वुड हो गया.
But very मतलब less chances है सर स्लिप होने की. Very less chance. मतलब वो स्टेज में पहुंचने के बाद.
सुनो, I have to tell you the reality. I have to tell you the reality. अगर कोई स्थित प्रज्ञा है, जीवन मुक्त है, सच्चिदानंद आत्मा है, very little chance. But सावधान, सावधान. वो आर्मी में बोलते हैं ना, आर्मी में क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ, आर्मी में बोलते हैं पीछे मुड़. ये यहाँ पे बोलते हैं.
Your voice is not coming, Guruji.
हमारा हम नहीं बोलते पीछे मुड़. नहीं, इधर पीछे मुड़ नहीं अलाउड नहीं हमारे कमांड में. हमारे कमांड में है योगा. हमारा कमांड में अगर भोगा हो जाएगा तो फिसल गया नीचे.
We need to every time in yoga. भोगा का मतलब ही दिमाग में नहीं रखना है. Then
so Kailash, please understand, everybody who's on the call, like Girish said, unless
your
we
voice
complete.
is not coming.
My voice is coming, Girish. My voice is coming. No, your signal is not okay. My signal okay today. So the point is, we need pirlu, purification, illumination, realization, liberation, and unification. अगर हम किसी को चपक गए ना, suppose कोई enlightened person चपक जाता है. ओ मेरी बिटिया तुम 20 साल के बाद मेरी बिटिया आ गई. गया कहां से आ गई बिटिया? वो बिटिया आ गई कहीं से भी बिटिया आ गई. हाँ, तो we have to be very careful. शायद now we are in second round. शायर राजेंद्र ब्लिको बाला कृष्णा शायर.
So sir, you पूछा आपने कि कब start होता है? When we ask that question, who am I? That talash you said is correct. When it ends, because I think Chidanand also talks about this. There is one mention in Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna asks, if I do everything and then if I die, if it is not something is achieved, what will happen? So he says, don't worry, in next life you will be born at the level that you finished here.
Correct.
So that unless the mind and ego is not free, after all realizations and that karmic balance is complete, so there is nothing which brings you here.
So what you say is very beautiful. What Krishna is giving us hope in that statement of the Bhagavad Gita, which I am not very familiar, but Krishna is giving us hope that even if you die, all your efforts of Pirlu will not be wasted. Your efforts, you will, and what we call in this call, Rajesh, Shair, हम इस कॉल में उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
ISS.
हम इस कॉल में बोलते हैं उसको कार्मिक अकाउंट ना. कार्मिक हमारा जो कर्मा है वो कर्मा एस्केप नहीं. कर्मा will bring us back to where we were. But you may not, Shair, you may not come back in India. You may come back following Confucianism in China. I can't tell you where you will come back. Correct?
So what I think is in spiritual journey is something like fun. We say na, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति नहीं, कौन रहेगा करोड़पति is important.
नहीं, कौन पाएगा मुक्ति.
मुक्ति, हाँ यार.
Not करोड़पति को भूल जाओ. हाँ. We are trying. Good. Rajendra Briko. Bala Krishna Krishan. Rajendra.
Sir, as already discussed by Shair ji, that जो कर्म हमारे, suppose by the way I'm not able to leave the body in Satchitananda Atma, I will come back with that stored account, और वही account में track पर डाल देगा at its proper time. In case I don't come, I come by an isolation, किसी कर्मा की वजह से I will be say पंछी बन गया, कोई बन गया, तो तब तक मेरे हिसाब से it will remain the soul, that store bank.
No.
Sir, correct me, sir. Then.
Rajendra, please be careful. Yes. Suppose, please don't take it otherwise. Suppose you are a dog. Suppose you are a dog. And aapko being a dog, you were still, because mind and ego was there, you were still utsukta thi. Aapko prabhu पाना, कुत्ते थे, लेकिन कुत्ते को भी उतना मतलब mind and ego में वो प्रभु चाहिए. कर्मा told, अरे राजेंद्र को एक चांस दो यार. राजेंद्र अभी कुत्ते के रूप में फंसा है. कर्मा बोलता है राजेंद्र को एक चांस दो, तो राजेंद्र को दुनिया में छोड़ दिया कि जाके प्रभु को पाना. In that case, if you miss this golden opportunity, will you come back to the same spot?
I don't think so.
So what is the message we are learning from this, Rajendra? The message we are learning is we should not think of the next opportunity.
It should be final for us.
हाँ, इसी जीवन में हमें मुक्ति चाहिए. Some people tell me ना, अरे मुझे 3-4 साल दो ना, 3-4 साल के बाद मैं शुरू करूंगा ना. 3-4 साल के बाद गोली मारो, भाड़ में जाओ, पता नहीं 3-4 साल के बाद क्या होगा. I cannot guarantee. You have to choose the Satchidanand Atma now. Sir, don't slip, catch hold of ship, don't lose your grip. Sir. Be on the ship, go on the trip which is going to sip. Don't slip.
Second part. Sir, कब शुरू होता है ये? When we start journey. I think कुछ पीरियड तक हमें बोलते हैं कि इंटेलिजेंट है.
राजेंद्र, it hardly matters when you started because you already started. भूल जाओ उसको.
नहीं, क्वेश्चन था ना.
अभी you have already started. उसको देखो, irrelevant. वो मैंने ऐसे ही बोला, मैंने ऐसे ही पूछा to give context. Please.
Excuse me, sir. ठीक है sir.
मान लेना, हम अभी आगे.
मान लिया sir.
Thank you. Bliko, we have no time to look back. Bliko.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so it is like ना कल का पल का पता और कल की बात करते. कल का तो ठिकाना नहीं है, पल का पता नहीं है. So our journey is already started. So it started with magic and it will end with Pirlu. That is what I think. Only that I want to see.
So Bliko, the point
Because
is
we
this:
discussed.
we are very lucky. On this Zoom call, we are very lucky that every day we are taking ek kadam, ek kadam, ek kadam, ek kadam. We are going forward. There are people who are just crying and dying because the mind is drilling and killing. There are people who don't know why. What is this meaning of life? Life is full of strife. They are so busy with husband and wife that there is no time. There is no time to understand.
Like you said, it's a race and you become S in that race.
Yeah, so
and
then
people
what
are
do we
thinking
do?
that they are intelligent.
And then you fall. Then you fall. You take your desire to your grave, and you're a slave. And then you come back again and again and again. Anyway, time is coming to an end. Thank you. We have got quick comment. Bala, Christian, Yogita, quick comment. Bala.
Pranam Guruji. Pranam Guruji. I want to answer the when does the spiritual journey begins? So when there is a trauma, in my case, when there was a trauma in the life, all the people around me.
Done. You are right. You are right. Very you are right that very often when trauma comes, trauma pe hota hai. You are 100% right. Krishan, fatafat.
According to me, when enlightenment means realization of self and God. If I realize that I'm not this mind and body and ego, then I am free from all the karma. And when I'm being in the final stage of Satchit Anand, I got liberated. That's the end of enlightenment spiritual journey.
जब तक आपके अंदर आत्मा है, तब तक आपका spiritual journey अभी भी चल रहा है. The moment the Atma becomes one with Paramatma and the Mukti becomes moksha, becomes Nirvan, finito. That is ending. Thank you, Krishan. Last, Yogita. Yogita.
गुरुजी मुझे आपसे पूछना है कि लेट से मतलब अगर मर गए मैं तो अगर नहीं हुई इनलाइटेंड तो अगले जन्म में जहां यहाँ से स्टार्ट करा है अगले जन्म में इसी वहीं से होगा कि फिर वो स्पिरिचुअलिटी में भी कैसे होगा? स्पिरिचुअलिटी
कोई भी बोल नहीं सकता. Let me explain to you. आपका संचित कर्मा क्या है? कौन जानता है?
Nobody knows.
If any Guruji comes and tells you, मेरा हाथ दिखाओ, मेरे हाथ में दिखा के बोलूंगा, बकवास है, complete बकवास. Only karma. And do you want to take a chance? मैंने कैसे समझाया, किसको समझाया? राजेंद्र को समझाया, कृष्ण को समझाया. I said
तो नहीं, सुबह उठी मर गई फिर तो मेरे को पता इतने ही तो संतुष्टि मिले कि नेक्स्ट इतना मैंने ये आपको अपना बताऊं.
ये मौका जो है ना योगिता, if we lose this golden opportunity, you have got such a great opportunity. पहले तो आप इंसान है, कुत्ता नहीं है. Second, आप इंसान है, आप इस कॉल पे हैं. Third, आप इस इंसान है, कॉल पे है, तलाश पे है. Fourth, आप इंसान है, कॉल पे है, तलाश पे है, आपको गाइड करने के लिए ये कॉल है. और फिर भी अगर आपने स्लिप हो गया, then what do you deserve?
नहीं, बात आपकी सब सही है, लेकिन अपनी हमें तो ये नहीं पता ना कल सुबह उठेंगे कि नहीं उठेंगे. तो मेरे ऐसे क्वेश्चन आया बैठे.
अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है कल सुबह उठे कि ना उठे?
तो फिर मेरी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी के लिए फिर मुझे अब मैं तो स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी पे तब आई जब मैंने एक्यूट सफरिंग देखी तो ही मैं आई.
आपको मुक्ति आज चाहिए, सोने से पहले चाहिए. सो मत आज.
अच्छा. इतनी डिजायर में हो जाएगा अभी कब?
हाँ, अब अगर आप आज नहीं सोएगी तो मैं मुक्ति होगा. मेरा मुक्ति गारंटीड है. मत सोना. सो गई तो मैं नहीं दूंगा मुक्ति. आज अगर सो गई तो मुक्ति गया, ना सोई तो मैं दूंगा मुक्ति.
चलो ठीक है, आधी मैं सोऊंगी पक्का है.
अब जागते आप सो जाएगी और स्टोरी खत्म हो जाएगा.
अगर ऐसी बात है तो इसके लिए तो नहीं सोऊंगी मैं, क्योंकि रात मेरी है, दिन मेरा नहीं है सर. दिन मेरा नहीं है. नंबर ऑफ रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज. रात तो मेरी है.
Let me tell you, we are all jigyasus, mumukshus. We want to go forward in this journey. हमारा रास्ता सही है, हम कंफ्यूजन में नहीं है, कंक्लूजन में है, क्लियर। इस कॉल में जितने लोग आज बात किए सब लोग जानते हैं, एवरीबडी, और जो बात ना भी किए, जो चुपचाप सुन रहे हैं, वो भी जानते हैं। हाँ, there are lot of people in this call who are very committed and very dedicated to the subject. But my dear friends, सावधान, सावधान, you have to be alert. अगर हम फिसल गए ना, अगर खिसक गए ना, अगर चिपक गए ना, फिसल गए, चिपक गए, खत्म हो गया, then we are gone. Then we will be reborn. And this will go on and on and on and on. So don't lose the golden opportunity. With folded hands, I bow down to you.